Today I will be recapping the episodes 6 and 7 of animation series called The Battle for the Heavens. If you are just joining us, please check the link in this video description so you can watch the episode 1 to 5. Thank you. This episode begins with Qiong, who wakes up only to be reminded by his sister that today is the ceremony day. A day where all the nobles will be gathered to test their level of energy in front of everyone. When Qiong arrives with the sister, the young noble started to laugh and make fun of him, believing he will only end up embarrassing himself again. His father is afraid at this moment, praying he gets a good news on his son's energy. Qiong goes up and checks his energy, and shockingly for everyone, Qiong energy has increased from level 4 to level 7, making his dad really proud of him. That same guy that has always made fun of him started to get jealous of him. He is called Qiong, who is the son of the eldest elder in the Qiong family. His hatred for Qiong only begins to grow. More nobles who weren't associating themselves with Qiong start to befriend him. But all the merits goes to Qiong Master, who had been giving him intensive trainings and finally helped him increase his energy from level 4 to level 7. But when the news gets to Gli, he becomes so furious about the success of his greatest enemy's son. Now he plans to spoil the whole show by attending the ceremony. The ceremony continues as Qiong is called out by the Qiong family elder to go on a one-on-one combat with anyone that has up to level 9 energy. Immediately Qiong comes out to challenge Qiong with the intention of disgracing him in the midst of everyone. As the fight begins, Qiong started to use the fire techniques his master taught him to defend the blows of Qiong. After a long fight, Qiong abused him as if he was nothing. Qiong couldn't believe he just got defeated by the weak Qiong. At this rate, Qiong starts to grow more stronger as his energy level increases from level 7 to level 8. Qiong grows more jealous and angry when he sees everyone in support of Qiong, and attacks him with full force only to be subdued for the second time. Gli decides to use the opportunity to accomplish his evil plans by sending one of his servants to hand over a very powerful pearl to Qiong. So his powers will be increased immediately. Qiong takes the pearl. He becomes more stronger than ever. Everyone watching starts to get furious as they notice Qiong took an evil pearl that was banned from the dynasty a long time. Qiong attacks Qiong with the whole devilish powers inside of him, but Qiong defeats him with only a punch. Qiong is proclaimed the winner of the ceremony, while Qiong is to be locked up in prison for 3 months because he cheated. On the other hand, Gli is so angry that Qiong's powers is growing stronger by the day, because Qiong energy level has been increased from level 4 to level 5 in just a year. His fear is that before 3 years he might even get enough energy to defeat Narlan, which means his father Qiong will become the most powerful man on earth. But Jioli's son tells him not to worry, and instead he has a plan. He introduces his father to a man called Lizogi, a person Gli's son believes will help them defeat Qiong. This man is ready to do anything as far more women are brought to his bed. In exchange, they ask him the kind of woman he wants, and shockingly for them, he demands they bring him a Fae, the girl in charge of the auction house. Xiaoli and his son agrees, ready to do anything to take down Qiong. They notice something strange in the market because the people around her very few out of curiosity. They meet a salesman who informs them that it was Gli who had bargained with most of the market people by releasing cheap rejuvenating pills, which attracted all their customers. Now many shop owners have relocated there to earn a living now. Because of this, the Qiong family market might fall in no time. Qiong believes that if this happens, his father will be a great loss. Immediately he moves forward in finding a solution to this problem. Qiong and his guys meets with Yu Fei to do business with her. He proposes that he needs to get some ingredients from her to make a unique potion, so that he can take back the customers Gli stole from them. But Jaffe disapproves his request because she doesn't want to have any form of hostility or opposition against anyone for the sake of her business. Especially with Gli, suddenly some unidentified men started to attack Ive. But Qiong seduced them all by using the vacuum pump technique his master taught him. They are able to catch one who confesses to your faith that it was Jioli who sent them to kidnap her, so she can be taken to Lizogi in exchange for Qiong. Ife is really so grateful to the disguised Qiong for saving her life, and promises to hand over the ingredients he asked for only if he reveals his face. Qiong suddenly reveals himself to her, and she smiles in excitement. Gli is really furious that their plan didn't work out, and he believes because of his actions he might be banned from the auction house because of the attempted kidnap on the person in charge, Yu Fei. But his son informs him that Ife is still willing to do business with him, but any product she will be supplying to them from now on will be 5 times expensive. Meanwhile, Xiao Yin, Father Xiao Zhan, and other elders of the Xiao family are discussing on the kind of ingredient they can purchase in the auction house as long as it surpasses the GLI rejuvenating power, which he used to steal their customers from them. Suddenly, the head of the auction house, Yu Fei, unexpectedly enters their chamber. She proposes to give him all the ingredients that surpasses that of GLI. But actually, Xiao Yin father doesn't have that much money to pay for all those ingredients. Ife tells him that she is giving it out to them for free, which is a gift from an old master. Xiao Yin reaches the chamber disguised as the old master. The disguise she outtakes all the ingredients and transforms it to potions they can use to take back their customers. He tells Xiao Zhan that he is giving it to them for free because he is in good terms with his son Xiao Yan. Xiao Zhan is really so grateful as the disguised Xiao Yan leaves with Yu Fei. Ife meets with Xiao Yan on the road and tells him to be really careful in the hands of GLI. But Xiao Yan tells her that as far as she's on his side now, nothing will happen to him. They both laughed and this episode ended. Episode 6 begins with a lot of people gathered at GLI apartment. They are protesting that GLI potion has increased to 3 times the price. A man from the crowd begs them to reduce it to at least the normal price, so he can use it for his injured brother, but the GLI guards disapproves. Instead, they keep increasing the price. Suddenly, a man from the Xiao family market enters the crowd and uses the Xiao family potion to heal the injured person to ease the curiosity of everyone. He tells them that he bought the portion for a very cheap price at the Xiao family market. At this moment, GLI loses all the customers as all of them are heading to the Xiao family market. GLI is so outraged when he hears this because he believes he is already losing in his competition to Xiao Zhan. He also gets another news that Yaf won't be doing business with him anymore, making GLI more outraged. We see a girl we haven't seen before entering the Xiaming chambers. Xiaming father and uncle are treating the wounds he sustained from Xiao Yan during their fight. It turns out that this girl is Xiaming's sister called Xiao Yu. She is really angry when she sees the wounds her brother sustained from his fight with Xiao Yan and wants revenge. Meanwhile, GLI meets with Li Zogi and angrily blames him for all their losses so far. But Li Zobi calms him down by giving him a scroll containing all the ingredients he can buy from outside, which will be much more better than the Xiao family potion. But Li Zogi conditioned for this, as he wants to have Xiao Yan's sister on his bed. GLI becomes outraged after he hears this because his son plans to marry her soon. July disagrees with the deal, and seeing he has no other option left, he tells his son to kill Xiao Yan so that things can be easier for them. The next morning, Xiaming is strolling around with his sister Xiao Yu. Suddenly, the GLI guard surrounded them with a motive of kidnapping them. Xiaming is injured and can't fight at the moment. It's only left to his sister Xiao Yu, who is a skillful fighter, but unfortunately she won't be able to subdue that much men for long. On the other hand, Xiao Yan is walking around the market. Suddenly, he gets informed by one of the salesmen that his cousins are under attack. Immediately, he hurries to the incident, and he sees that it is GLI behind all these, and his GLI son is about to finish off Xiao Yu. Xiao Yan comes to her rescue suddenly, and GLI son goes on a one-on-one combat. After a long fight, Xiao Yan uses the technique his master taught him and pounces on GLI son, while Jile, the mastermind of all this, watches from behind. Unfortunately, GLI son also has a secret technique on his own and uses it to subdue Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan's sister hears the news of the danger Xiao Yan is in, hers to the incident. When she arrives, Xiao Yan is already subdued and is about to be killed, and that was how this episode ended. Thank you for watching, guys. I will be recapping more episodes soon. You don't want to miss out. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this, so I'll see you on the next one.